A lot of new importers lose money, not because they are careless, but because no one told them these things. In today's video, I will share 5 biggest mistakes new importers make based on my real experience importing from different countries and how you can avoid them. Hello, I am Rainat Jibril of Taslimas Wearable. I help women and business owners import from different countries without stress or scam. If you haven't already, kindly subscribe to this channel, grab your coffee, sit tight, get your pen. Today you'll be grabbing a lot, we'll be sharing a lot. Make sure you watch this video till the end and share to other people you know it will benefit. So the first mistake new importers make is poor communication. Most of foreign suppliers don't understand English. Not all of them, some do, but most of them does not understand English. So we need to put into consideration our mode of communication to them. Our translator cannot do all the job, so we need to simplify our English and be specific. Then we also need to ask questions to make sure they get what we say. I recently had an experience due to bad communication. I've been buying from this particular supplier for years, so I expected that he already knew what to write on my parcel and how to go about it. To my surprise, I was expecting the cargo company to send me my kg and they didn't, so I had to ask them. They said they didn't get any parcel, so I communicated I had to chat up the supplier. So on chatting the supplier, I said I didn't tell him what to do about my parcel. This is someone I've been buying from for years, so I had to send him my details and all the required information. This little mistake cost my parcel to stay in the supplier's warehouse for up to 2 weeks, and it didn't follow the batch that it was supposed to follow down to Nigeria, so I had to wait for another batch till when they started loading another container. So this is one of the numerous experiences poor communication can give you. So we have to, as much as possible, avoid poor communication. Make sure we are the suppliers understand us clearly. We should simplify and be specific and ask questions as much as possible to certify, to make sure that the supplier understands us. The second mistake I would like to talk about is choosing the right agent. You need to know your agent very well. If you are new into importation, you need to ask questions from experienced importers, even if it requires you paying, because using the wrong agent can cost you a lot. In fact, you can miss your goods. Your goods can go missing. Your goods can stay years before you get them. That's if you eventually get them. There's this agent that I used for shipping my goods since way back 2015. I was using air then it got to a point where the price of air cargo hiked. We couldn't bring in goods because it won't be reasonable. The price will be so high, and we might end up keeping our goods, tying down our money. So I asked a fellow importer of the way out, and she introduced me to this other company that does both air and sea. So I made inquiries and started using them for my sea shipping. My old agent, the one I used for air before, reached out to me that they now do sea. So I asked him I made inquiries, asked him of details, the price, duration and everything, and he told me. And since I've used him for years for my air cargo, I still had trust in him. So I had my supplier deliver my parcel to him for him to ship it for me via sea. Would you believe if I told you this good didn't come to Nigeria for good 8 months? I chatted this guy up. He didn't send me the kg, no picture of my parcel. He does not reply chats, and even he replies once in a while though, and even his replies will just be excuse, there's delay, there's this, there's that. So I already lost hope. I already gave up. I needed to start buying new batches. In fact, I brought in up to 4 batches before I got the one I shipped first. So to avoid this kind of mistake, make sure you know your agent very well. If you don't have any agent or you don't know shipping companies, ask questions from fellow importers. Ask them, shipping company, how they do, and if they give you contact, please chat the contacts they give you. Make your inquiries. Any questions you have, ask them. Ask them for evidence and everything. To avoid stories that touch the mind. You can imagine if I were to be a new importer and this kind of thing happens to me. If I import goods with my hard-earned money and I didn't get it for a good 8, where will I get money to buy new batches? I'll be discouraged. I will eventually leave the importation maybe. So please, to avoid this problem, chat them always. Make sure you get trusted agents. Chat them always. ask for follow-up, ask for tracking information. Some of them, it might not be intentional, some of them are like negligent, some of them have workers that are not serious. So while packing, they might keep your goods, they might not pack it with the batch it's supposed to come with. But if you chat them, if you follow up, you ask for tracking information always, even if they have made that mistake, they will be able to correct it on time, not just keeping quiet, waiting for 4 to 6 weeks to come before you start chatting them. Maybe the goods is still there in their warehouse and you chat them after 6 weeks. That is when they will expire your problem, and that's when they will ship it, and you are tying your money down. Your customers might be going to other places to buy, and so on and so forth. So we need to avoid this problem at all costs. The next problem I would like to discuss is importing without market survey. Most new importers just go out there, they don't do market survey, they don't know what sells close to them, they don't know what sells in their area, in Nigeria in general, and the likes. They just see things online, maybe on their apps, on suppliers send them things, and they feel, wow, this thing is good, this thing is nice, and they just bring. That doesn't work. You might bring in those things and end up not selling it. You know, when you bring in things and you sell them fast, it encourages you, it builds your confidence, and you'll be having more turnover, more profits, your business will be growing, you'll be encouraged. But imagine when you bring in things that people don't buy, you just keep them, your money is lying, maybe some of the things get spoiled or something, you'll be discouraged. Your capital will be tied down, then you start to look for another capital to import other things, and to import other things you have fear of unknown, because you don't know what will happen, because the first batch you bought did not sell. So please, you need to do market survey. You can check online, Jumia, Konga, we have AIs now. You can check online, you can do your market survey yourself, you can go to the market, you can even online, you can get information about what sells. And you need things that are not very expensive, because not everybody who can afford expensive things. You can bring in those things on request, or maybe you can bring in few just to test market. So please do your market survey properly before you bring in things for sale. Another big problem is choosing the wrong shipping channel. Some people will feel, oh, I have money, oh, I can bring it by air. Will you be making profits? If you are bringing it for your personal use, is understandable, but you want to start a business, you are in importation for business to make money, and you're like, I have money on me, I cannot wait for 3 months, I cannot wait for 1.5 months for my goods to come. Please let me use air. My sister, my brother, you will not make profit, and even if you are making, it will be little. Because there are some goods that you bring via air, those very light goods that maybe occupy space. You have to think, you have to ask for details of anything you are buying from your supplier. If it's not heavy and it's working. Recently I bought a playpen for a boy, for a child. It contains this, they are playing ball, and something like a basketball, a small one. The thing I was thinking, maybe it will be very heavy, so I used C to ship it. When the thing came, I realized the thing occupied space. You know, see, they use CBM, they use space. It's occupied space, and it does not have weight. In fact, that thing is not up to 1 kg. It's 50 balls. Oh. So to my imagination, I was thinking 50 balls will be heavy. I didn't know it's just a soft air-filled ball, very light. At the bin, I asked the supplier for the weight of the stuff I was buying. I wouldn't have used air. I wouldn't have used C, rather I would have used air, because it's very light. Using C, I just wasted money, because what I paid for C, the carton it came in was about 0.05 cbm, which is about 35,000 there, about 25,000 there about. But if I had used air, I wouldn't be paying up to that, because it's not up to 1 kg. So I will be paying for 1 kg, which is about 13,000, 14,000 naira. So you have to ask questions, check for details. If you are bringing in light stuffs that will occupy space, you can use air. But if you are bringing in heavy stuffs, please use C, so that you make your money, you make your profit. See, it's only when you are starting that it's hard, that the duration of the cargo will look very far and the like. But once they are in the importation, if you bring new batch, maybe new batch came in today now, and I start selling, I start buying my other batch, and before I sell up to half of this one that is on ground, I already have my goods on the way. I already bought another goods that's coming on the way. So you always be having new goods if you are consistent, if you are using the right shipping channel, if you are doing your market survey and you are making sale and you are making your money. So please, let's try as much as possible to avoid this problem by asking questions, checking for details, doing our calculations well. Planning and timing is another huge problem we need to work towards. We need to plan our year. We need to know when to bring in certain goods, like back to school items. You don't bring in back to school items when school is maybe a week or 2 weeks to resumption. You plan ahead and put your shipping or cargo duration into consideration. I used to do this mistake a lot of time. I'm just stabilizing. Christmas is coming by December. What you are bringing in to sell for Christmas, if you are using sea, should have been shipped by now. It should be here before December or early December. That way you make your sale, make your money. But if you are just placing order for what you are going to sell for Christmas by November, tell me how it will come. That's when you have pressure, you will be depressed, anxiety will enter. Even you yourself, you will not be okay. You will not be okay. So we have to always plan. We have festive periods. We have back to school. We have summer holiday. Ramadan is there. Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Kabir, Easter, Christmas. All these things have dates. Thank God for internet. You can search them. So we have to plan ahead of those periods and shop what is suitable for those periods if you want to be successful in importation and if you want to be making sales. If once you get it wrong with your planning and timing, it will be so hard. You might make sale, but it won't be like when you bring your goods in on time. I'd like to talk about one other problem, which is not keeping record. My sister and brother, get a book, keep your record. The price you bought your goods, the money you paid the agent, the local delivery fee, your shipping fee, your local way bill or maybe dispatch rider, and anything you spent to bring in your goods, so that you can calculate your landing cost. You can know what your profit margin is like. You can how do they say it? You can measure your business growth. Maybe it's growing, maybe you're making profits or you're making loss. How did you go about this? How is this like this? Why is this like this? This will help your business a lot, especially as a new importer. It will help you a lot. Even if you don't want to use your book, there are so many tools. There's Google spreadsheet. You can use them. It will be there on your phone. There will be nothing like I lost my book. I don't know how much the landing cost is. So bring so amount or bring so amount. No, business is not done that way. You need record keeping tool for your business to succeed. Importation is a journey. You learn as you grow. I made mistakes too, but these lessons, these things I put down and I told you now, those are the things that I've learned and they are helping me now. If you are just starting importation, keep these tips at the back of your mind. They will help you a lot. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for watching to this episode. Next time we will be talking about importation from China. So make sure you subscribe, the notification button, and share to your loved ones. Don't hold this information. Share to anybody you know it will benefit. Bye. See you next time.